Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Feraphic, and I am back on the Tanks dev server. I apologize for not bringing you a new tank video recently, but I've been kind of busy this weekend, and also very lazy, and those things are not the best combination, obviously. But earlier this week, I was talking with CMA Supra about tanks, and the question came up: how do you win against the Germans as the Russians in the higher tiers, i.e. the T-34 against the Panther and Tiger? I said that you have to let them come to you, and I'll explain what I mean here, but also it does help when you have artillery, because you can just indirectly kill people like that. It does help quite a bit, although you shouldn't really rely on it. It won't save you all of the time. But when I say let the Germans come to you, you want to be ambushing them, because their frontal armor is very thick, and you want them to give you the side of their tank. German tanks, I find, tend to be very good at being ambush tanks themselves, since they're very accurate and they have good frontal armor. And if they can get you in at close range and catch you by surprise in a Russian tank, you're usually going to die very quickly. However, if you let them come at you and set yourself up in a position where you can get side shots on them, their frontal armor advantage is basically negated entirely. Of course, it doesn't always work. Sometimes you will end up dying. But I find that it is better than just running yourself into the front of their tanks and hoping for a lucky penetrating shot. Now, these first couple of kills aren't so much me ambushing the Germans, as much as they are just waiting for them to come out and break cover, because this map is quite small, and once you get on top of the hill, you do have a very good vantage point of the entire battlefield. In this next game on Kuban, however, you'll see me lay in wait quite patiently to get some nice shots on a few Panthers. And I have to say that the artillery view does give you quite a advantage, since you can get an eagle-eye view of the battlefield. I don't think it's probably quite that good in historical compared to simulator battles, as you are a bit higher off your tank. But in simulator, you're stuck right above the commander's hatch, so any top-down perspective does help quite a bit. It also allows you to peek around objects and over hills quite effectively. So I do think that medium tanks are a bit better than heavy tanks, honestly, in this version of the tank dev server, since not only do they get artillery view once you unlock it, they also are able to respawn where heavy tanks are not. And I just took a speculative shot of where I thought the Panther might be, but I guess I just grazed his tracks there. And I'm banking on the fact that he probably can't see me through the bushes and the smoke and dust that the artillery barrage created. And again, I'm just using third-person artillery to see what he's doing. And looks like he's peeking out to get a shot, but I severely damage him. And he tries to retreat.
Your artillery is ready.
But we don't let him get away. And that is pretty much how you beat German tanks. You wait for them to come at you while they're not prepared, and you have quite a bit more time to get yourself into a good defensive position. But you really have to make sure that if you don't kill them on the first hit, that you can't be seen easily. Because if you don't kill them, they're probably going to take you out very quickly, and probably before you can fire off a second shot. Unless you get very lucky, like I'm about to in a few seconds. So after crossing a bit of open ground, a Panther called in an artillery barrage on my location, and let me know he was in the area, as well as I can see him on the minimap. He does know I'm here, but since I am behind the hill, obviously he can't shoot me, and he just used his artillery, so he can't kill me indirectly either. And using artillery view, I can see that he's advancing at me, so I decide that I'm going to turn around and shoot down on him from the hill when he comes past. And this is where the T-34 and pretty much every other Russian tank I feel lets you down. Is gun depression. I really could not make that position work because of the lackluster gun depression of the T-34. I try to get a shot into his turret, but it doesn't knock him out. I wiggle back and forth to try and deny him shots at me, in the hopes that he does bounce off me, but he decides to just hold J and wreck himself instead of fighting it out.
Your artillery is ready.
But what can you do? It's part of the game. And that was pretty much it. The last guy, we just came up on him and had him surrounded, and he just quit out of the game also. So, I guess sometimes people don't like to admit defeat and would rather just leave the game instead. And on that fairly negative note about players, I think that's just about it for this video. Anyways guys, I really hope you enjoyed it, and maybe I'll catch you next time. Happy hunting.